What's up? For today's episode of Behind the Scenes, where I am turning this YouTube channel into a media company, I want to show you how I make these videos, how you can make these videos. If you want to get started talking on YouTube or social media, I got a lot of good equipment. You know, AdSense has been kind to me since I started taking this seriously in January, but you do not need a lot of equipment to do this. You got to be some combination of charismatic and intelligent. And I'm not charismatic, if you know what I mean. But I got some smarts, and I'm saying a lot of things that you all are thinking. People are resonating with that. That's the important thing. So I just want you to keep that in mind while, I'm really happy with my studio setup. I love my equipment. I love how the production stuff makes me look. I'm even having some fun editing the videos. You don't need any of that if you're going to start this off on your own. If you want to start sharing your perspective about tech, which for what it's worth, I think you should, because it can change everything. If you just post once or twice a week, long form content, none of this shorts nonsense, long form content 1 to 2 times a week, it is going to change everything for you. You may not get a massive following, but you're going to clarify how you think about things. And if you're editing those videos yourself, you're going to become a better public speaker as well, because you have to watch yourself gab on camera. You'll notice your gaffes, how much you're saying or which I still say a lot. But you'll get better over time, which is pretty rad. So even if the YouTube thing doesn't take off for you, you're still gonna get a good benefit out of it. So I'm a huge fan. I think everyone should do it. But with that being said, let me show you around the studio a little bit. Oh, fuck, that made me dizzy. All right, so first and most importantly, I got my big ass rolling tool chest. And I keep all sorts of stuff in here. Camera gear, cables, etc., etc. Got a bunch of stuff in here. I actually picked this up from a now pretty well-known startup. Well, it was a startup at the point. They're not a startup anymore, that I used to work at. And they had these awesome white rolling tool chests behind all of the desks or with all of the workstations. I thought, hey, that's pretty rad. It's got this nice industrial look to it. I rent, so I move fairly frequently. And so you don't need to worry about your stuff getting shifted around. You just lock this thing down. It rolls right into a moving truck. It rolls out. All your stuff is roughly in the same place. So huge proponent of these things. If you have a bunch of film gear or tech gear, you got to organize. A couple other things up here on the desk. You know, I got batteries for the camera. I got my iPad over here. I got a bunch of tripods pretty much everywhere, so I could just plop down and record videos wherever I go. Fuji sent me this X-E5 camera. I have a review of this on my shorts if you want to check it out. Huge fan of this thing for stills. Love it. Thank you, Fuji, for hooking that up. And you know, if I'm on the go or moving around, I got my DJI Mic 2. Comes in this nice little box. Lets you charge up those mics, as well as a transceiver. This thing, it'll plug into your phone or the top of a camera in the cold shoe mount, and let you rewire that audio into your camera, which is pretty nice. So I use these when I'm on the go. The audio quality is, it's decent. It's salvageable. Not bad. All right, then over here we have the center of the studio. So this is a Sony FX3 camera. This thing is the shit. It is dope, and it is priced accordingly. This thing is real expensive. I think it goes for like $4,000 or something. It's pretty crazy, but it works well. And on top of it, I have a Sony mic. I think it's an ECM B1. That's good for on the go. It plugs right into the hot shoe. You don't need any cables or anything. It plugs right into the Sony camera. Works great. I got a G Master lens on there. I think this is a 20 millimeter, which is quite close to where I'm sitting at the desk. For reference there, which is nice. So we're close quarters here. And then I got this little Lume Cube. When I was an employee at Shopify, they gave those out as part of your onboarding kit. So you had a little nice studio lighting. So you didn't look like a corpse on video calls. So I like that setup. I have a couple of Elgato key lights up there. I don't really use them all that often. But you know, they're around. I just prefer the on-camera light. You know, so I got a big widescreen TV up there that I like to look around at, and then let me walk you through a bunch of the other jetsam and flotsam on the desk here. So we got some CBD back there. We have a bunch of mind-altering drugs. We got some nicotine pouches. We got some caffeine pouches. Got more CBD rattling around over there. Of course, the iconic glasses, which we have an affiliate deal on. These are Schwood glasses. Check out the video description. You can get those with a discount, and money comes back to the Dr. Josh C. Simmons show. So you're supporting the show when you work on that. I got another mic too for some reason that's over here. We got the company card. I have my prayer rope, of course, and that's about it. So what do we do for actually editing these videos? Let me show you here. So I use a software called DaVinci Resolve, and I love a couple of things about DaVinci Resolve. This is not sponsored by them or anything, but like shout out Black Magic, who owns them. If you want to sponsor the Dr. Josh C. Simmons show, like, you should get in on this on the ground floor, because we are going to moon this year. We're going to get that venture capital investment. Going to get the seed round. There we are. Hello. Well, what do I like about Resolve? One, it's free. You can get it for free. It does all the editing stuff you need it to do. Everything you need to do for YouTube, it's in the free version. Like, free as in beer. No big deal. Download it. Get going. You can do everything. I pay for it because you got a couple of nice things in there. You got a couple more color grading options. It has a fantastic film look creator, which works great with the footage I get off the FX3 if I want to shoot something a little bit more cinematic or interesting. It's got like all that subtle vintage stuff like halation, bloom, split processing for your colors. It looks split toning, excuse me. It looks really, really nice. I'm still learning all this stuff. So I pay for it to get some of those extra features. I can cut all my silences. I take a lot of silences. I'll do it with this video if I'm thinking, or if I flub something and I need to do a retake. So it does all that stuff. It has tools built in to do it for you, which is awesome because it makes editing faster. And I don't love editing. I think it's okay. I've come to enjoy parts of it, but it takes out a lot of the more boring parts of it for you. As far as business expenses, and my advice to you, if you're starting to get started if you're about to get started in this racket, would be, do not go out and buy an FX3. I also like videography. This is an interest of mine. You absolutely do not need an FX3. I'll tell you, the only reason you absolutely need an FX3 is the reason that I bought it. One, I like videography, but two, I live in the desert. It's like over 100 degrees out every day now that we're into the summer, and every camera I own overheats outside when I film on it for more than 10 minutes outside in 100-degree heat, which I still do sometimes in the summer, especially for B-roll. The FX3 has a built-in fan. So if you got to go for it, go FX3 if you're interested. FX30 is a crop sensor. That's another option. It's a little bit cheaper, and it has the built-in cooling fan. Other than that, you know, don't worry about like a cinema grade camera. Like, who cares? Like, as long as your footage looks decent, an iPhone looks decent. If you do want to spend a little money and get something nice, I am shooting on an Osmo Pocket 3. I picked this up from Costco a couple of months ago, maybe $400 or $500, and it's got a gimbal built in, so it's got like face tracking built in, super easy to use. Footage looks fantastic when you upload it to the computer. Your fixed focal length, so it's a bit of a wide shot. I like to get in there nice and close for you so you can see all my open pores and how far my beard is growing up my cheeks because I haven't shaved in like a week. Busy week. But that's the studio tour, and all you really need to do this stuff is something like a MacBook Neo. It's $700. You need a computer to do your editing. You could do it on a phone, and creators say that, but like, don't do it on a phone. So you need a computer. You need that MacBook Neo is probably like your base level entrance into this. You need Resolve, which is free, and then you need a camera, which that you can definitely use your phone for. If you really want something a little bit nicer, get this Osmo Pocket 3. I'm not sponsored by them, so I'll also say, like, I think there's a company, Insta360, that makes like the same type of gimbal camera. Everyone's making these now. They're probably all fine. It doesn't really matter which one you get. But if you want something that does, you know, the face track, you're doing some of that, we can move during the video, then, you know, you can get this sort of camera that does the tracking, which is maybe nice, maybe who gives a shit. But that'd be my recommendation, and get going, get posting. Like, if I can do this, anybody can. I am one of the least charismatic people I know, but I bring you the good information week over week. So this was the behind the scenes for the week on how we're turning this into a business. This is my production setup. It's a bit spendy. Yours doesn't have to be. Next week is going to be very interesting. We're going to come up with a business plan. I've never written a business plan before. I don't know what goes into one. I don't know what I need to plan for, but I know I need one if I'm seeking a seed round. I need to have some kind of plan for the business. So you and I are going to sit down and write a business plan from the ground up tomorrow. And this is going to be cool to watch, even if you're not planning on, you know, starting a media company or something. If you're just planning on buying a business, starting your own business, doing a startup, you'll learn with me. We'll walk through that journey. So I'm going to do some prep work this week, understand what a business plan is, and then we'll sit down and we'll actually go through and write one together in next Friday's behind the scenes. Until then, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you're looking for a way out of tech or to just diversify your income a little bit, I have for sale in the store right now, and there's a link in the description and the pinned comment, for a book I wrote that's interactive. It has worksheets, and it tells you if you're about to be laid off, and if so, what to do about that, how to either dodge the layoff or get back on your feet right away after that layoff. It's priced accordingly. It's very good information that I've sourced from being a director of engineering at American Express, from being an early employee at I have a really good nuanced take on what systemic growth looks like at scale and what you can do to maximize your career potential across any type of company or business you're working at. All that information is in there. That being said, if you're in a rough situation, I will give the same caveat I always give with this. Shoot me an email. You can find my email address on the homepage for this channel. Shoot me an email and explain a little bit about what's going on with your situation, and we can either hook you up with a discount code or just give you that for free. Money should not be an object, but if you can support the channel, do go buy that PDF. That's great information in there. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll look forward to the next one next Friday. Peace.